My name is Sarah, and this is the story of how I lost everything and still found the strength to live. I met Daniel when I was 24. I worked as a receptionist in a small medical clinic in New Jersey. Life was simple, but lonely. Daniel came in one day with a broken arm. He joked to hide the pain. I smiled, and our story began. We started talking after work. Coffee, long walks, dreams about the future. He said he wanted a family, a home filled with love. I believed him. After a year, we moved in together. I felt safe. I felt chosen. One night, I told him I was pregnant. My hands were shaking. At first, he smiled. Then he became quiet. Days passed. He stopped touching me, stopped calling me beautiful. One morning, his side of the bed was empty. He left. No goodbye. No explanation. I cried until I had no tears. I lost my job. I lost my home. I lived with my sister. I felt ashamed, but my baby saved me. I talked to my belly every night. You are my reason to live. I found work again. I studied. I fought for my child. Years passed. One day, Daniel returned. He wanted forgiveness. I looked at my son, and I chose strength. I survived without you. And I closed the door. Now, I smile again, because I know I am stronger than my pain. The days after Daniel left felt endless. The silence in the room was louder than any scream. I sat on the bed, holding my stomach, trying to understand how love could disappear so fast. I checked my phone again and again. No message, no call. My heart broke. Every morning I woke up alone. I lost my job soon after. I couldn't focus. I cried in the bathroom at work. The doctor said stress was not good for the baby. But how could I stop hurting? I moved in with my sister. Her small apartment felt safe, but I felt like a burden. At night, I talked to my baby. Your father left us, but I will never leave you. Money was tight. I sold my jewelry. I skipped meals. Some days, I wanted to give up, but then I felt the baby move. And I remembered why I must stay strong. I started working online. Small jobs, long nights. I cried, but I kept going because my child needed me. And slowly, I began to survive. The months passed slowly. Every day felt like a test of my strength. My body was changing. My heart was still broken. Some nights, I cried until my eyes hurt. I asked myself why he left, what I did wrong, why love turned into abandonment. But each morning I placed my hand on my belly and whispered, "You are not alone. We are together." That promise kept me alive. My sister helped me when she could. She held me when I cried. She reminded me I was still worthy of love. But I knew I had to become strong for my child. I started reading about motherhood. I watched videos. I prepared myself. When the day came, I was scared, but ready. The hospital room was quiet. The lights were bright. And then, I heard my baby cry. In that moment, everything changed. I held my son close and felt something new. Hope. He was small, warm, and perfect. I named him Noah. From that day, my life had meaning again. The nights were hard. I was tired, but when he smiled, I forgot my pain. Years passed. I worked harder, saved money, went back to school. I wanted Noah to be proud of me. One afternoon, someone knocked on my door. It was Daniel. He looked older, tired, ashamed. He said he was sorry, that he was afraid. I listened quietly. Then I looked at my son, and I said, "You left when I needed you most, but I survived without you." I closed the door because some endings protect our future. Now, I wake up every morning with gratitude. I am no longer broken. I am a mother. I am strong. And I am free. Time continued to move forward, not because the pain disappeared, but because I learned how to carry it. Noah grew quickly. His laughter filled the small apartment. His tiny hands held my heart together. Every morning, I prepared him for school. I kissed his forehead and reminded myself I survived for this moment. I found a better job, not perfect, but stable. At night, after Noah slept, I studied. I planned my future. I wanted a life where fear no longer ruled me. One evening, I stood by the window, watching city lights. I felt peace, not because life was easy, but because I was strong. I forgave Daniel, not for him, but for me. Now, when I look ahead, I see hope. I see courage. I see a mother who never gave up, and I know my story is not about being left. It is about choosing to stay for my child, for myself. Years passed quietly. Noah grew into a bright, kind boy. He loved to draw. He loved to ask questions about the world. Every time he smiled, I remembered why I never gave up. Our life was not rich, but it was full of love. I taught him honesty. I taught him courage. I taught him that family is built by care, not by blood alone. One day, Noah asked about his father. My heart felt heavy. I told him gently, sometimes people leave, but that does not mean they stop loving. It means they were not strong enough to stay. He hugged me and whispered, "You stayed." That moment healed something deep inside me. I realized I was no longer angry. I was grateful, because pain shaped me into someone stronger. Now, when I look into the mirror, I see a survivor, a mother, a woman who chose life, and I know I am enough. I always was. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon. Noah and I were walking to a small cafe near the main road. He wanted hot chocolate, and I wanted to enjoy the soft sunlight. The street was busy, cars passing, people laughing, life moving forward. As we waited to cross the road, I felt a strange feeling, like the past was standing behind me. I turned, and I saw him, Daniel. He stood across the street, frozen, his eyes locked on Noah. My heart started beating fast, not with fear, but with memories. He slowly walked toward us, his face full of regret. "Is that my son?" he whispered. Noah looked at me, confused. I held his hand tighter. "Yes," I said softly. Daniel's eyes filled with tears. He knelt down slowly. "I'm sorry," he said. "I was scared, but I never forgot you." Noah looked at him quietly. Then he turned to me and said, "Mom, can we go now?" And in that moment, I understood. The past no longer owned us. I looked at Daniel and said, "He has a life now, a good life. Please don't break it again." He nodded, speechless. We walked away, hand in hand. The cafe door opened. Warm light surrounded us, and I knew some chapters end, so stronger ones can begin.